Hello and welcome to the program. I am Bukola Koka. This edition of Nigeria's Northeast covers Nigeria's Northeast. This edition of Newsroom series covers Nigeria's Northeast. But first, we begin with the top stories. The River State Police Command has reassured residents that their safety and that of visitors to the state remains top priority. It gave this reassurance following the official launch of an investigation into the explosion that occurred on Tuesday, June the 25th at Aba Road. One person has already been identified in connection with the blast opposite Hotel Presidential. Details released by the command says the comprehensive investigation will ascertain the circumstances that led to the unfortunate event. The command thanked members of the public who have been providing information, including pictures and videos, to assist the investigation and appeal to anyone who sees a suspicious object to evacuate the area immediately and notify the police without delay. One person has been confirmed dead in an early morning accident on 3rd Mainland Bridge in Lagos. The Special Advisor to the Governor on Transportation, Mr. Sholagiwa, confirmed that one person died in the accident, which took place near the Unilag waterfront, heading towards the Yano-Woronshoki area of Lagos. He says preliminary investigations revealed that the accident was caused by excessive speeding during a heavy downpour, and this is despite the government's ongoing campaign to educate motorists about speed limits, with drivers continuously flouting the Lagos State Transport Sector Reform Law 2018. The directors of security in the 6 states of northeastern Nigeria are holding their 16th regional conference in Gombe State. According to the Northeast Chairman of State Directors of Security, who is also the Director of State Security for Gombe State, Mr. Habu Rabiu, the regional conference is an important platform for directors to brainstorm and face the myriad of security challenges in the Northeast sub-region frontally. The director says the regional conference, which began 4 years ago, has continued to help in preferring solutions to the instability posed by the Islamic State of West Africa, ISWAP, including Boko Haram, kidnapping for ransom, banditry, and others.
The Northeast region has had more than a fair share of security challenges precipitated by over a decade of Boko Haram terrorist activities that have ravaged the socio-economic fabric of the region. This regional conference enables directors of state security in the Northeast states of Adamawa, Bauchi, Borno, Gombe, Taraba and Yobe to close ranks to mitigate old and emerging threats to safety of citizens.
This gathering of minds and expertise is a significant step towards addressing the various security and challenges facing our region. It is imperative that we come together as a collective force to strategize, collaborate, and find suitable solutions to these pressing issues.
Gombe State has been largely praised as the most peaceful state, not only in the north, but the entire country. And for the state government, addressing the root cause and not just the symptoms is an important key towards unlocking better ideas for securing the Northeast.
The provincial police said we should find out the causes. What I think we are doing in Nigeria, we are arresting the effect. But if the cause is still there, we have not done anything. It's like trying to kill a tree by plugging the leaves. But the tree that is producing the leaves will always be there. So please, let us, as we arrest the messengers, let us also arrest those that sent the messengers.
Synergy among security outfits was elaborately discussed with sister agencies, pledging greater support of various operations.
We want to tackle all those problems. We should do as much as we can to see that the issue of poverty, which resulted in unemployment and joblessness, or which was caused by unemployment and joblessness, are addressed, and which I believe, I am confident that the government is doing something to make sure that such issues are being addressed so that we can have a permanent peace in the region. It is my belief that, or rather I have confidence, that this gathering will, at the end of this very important conference, come up with a solution, a lasting one. During this conference, it is expected that you will engage in meaningful discussions which will fashion out better ways of addressing the challenges which have persistently posed threats to national development. As an agency saddled with the responsibility of intelligence and information gathering, analysis and dissemination, I urge you to leverage on your individual and collective experiences and expertise to bring about innovative solutions to our current security challenges. Furthermore, it is my expectation that your discussion will proffer ways of enhanced collaboration, synergy, and cooperation with major stakeholders towards bringing peace and security.
The Department of State Security also presented awards to those contributing to the pursuit of a safer region. They promised to continue to brainstorm and seek better collaboration, synergy, and cooperation to effectively win the war against insecurity in the Northeast region.
In the meantime, the President, Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MACBAN, is assuring the federal and Taraba state government of its commitment to checking youth restiveness, the use of illicit drugs, proliferation of firearms among pastoralist youths to complement government's efforts towards bringing to an end the challenge of insecurity bedeviling the country. According to him, the leadership of MACBAN is poised to ending the recurring farmer-herder feud in Taraba State and is therefore asking the governor to tap into the potentials of livestock subsector to boost the state's agricultural sector. He was speaking shortly after the consensus election that produced the new set of MACBAN executives in Taraba State.
On them is to look inwards, to check the youth restiveness among the pastoralist youth, check the use of illicit drugs, check the proliferation of arms, check all sorts of criminalities among our youth. So we want to look inwards to see what we can do to complement the efforts of governments towards bringing an end of this insecurity that is bedeviling the entire country and the conflict between farmers and herders in the state. So this is part of the information that I have given them, and to also work to ensure that peace reigns not only in Taraba, but across the entire country. And we can also use this opportunity to call on the administration of Colonel Kefas to try to tap the enormous potentials involved in the livestock subsector. Taraba is an agrarian state that whose economy depends solely on agriculture. And when we talk of agriculture, we are talking of both agronomy and livestock. So it's a state that has a large number of livestock as well as a large population of farmers.
The governor of Yobe State, Mai Malabuni, has taken a step to end the over 100 years of water scarcity faced by residents of Buningeri community and its environs in Gujuba local government area of the state. Buningeri, one of the ancient cities in the former Northeast state, had continued to battle with water scarcity, forcing residents to depend on wells, shallow water boreholes, or rainwater, as the case may be. In this special report, Channel's television correspondent visited the community as the Yobe state government embarks on the construction of water treatment plants that has the capacity to store 50 million liters of water connected to a pond that is all year round and doesn't dry up.
This is Buningeri, an ancient city located 64 kilometers from Damaturu, the Yobe state capital. Though close to the capital city, residents are suffering acute water scarcity. One of the sources of water is this well, sunk in 1679. Shallow boreholes drilled years after are no longer functioning. Residents Hamidu Baramsira and Bako Bukar speak on their challenges with water scarcity.
We are suffering from water scarcity. As I am sitting here, I am waiting for water to buy between 400 to 500 naira per truck. It is only during the wet season we get relief. Because of the water scarcity, people come here very early to fetch water, sometimes till midnight, because we do not have any borehole here.
After years of suffering, relief comes the way of residents as the Yobe State government begins the construction of a 50 million litre water treatment plant, the first of its kind in the state. The plant is connected to a pond that doesn't dry up. The site engineer gives update on the project, which has completion period of 6 calendar months. He says the plant will be powered by a solar system and generating set.
All year round, the dam is not been drying. We have run a lot of analysis to verify the capacity. After the capacity, we also went back to verify the sustainability. We found out that the dam has more than enough, and it can be expanded to a certain level that can sustain a lot of millions of liters. Currently, the estimate is showing about 245,000 cubic meter, which is about 345 million liters. If you look at it, it's a huge capacity.
During a recent visit to the site, Governor Maimala Buni climbs the dam with officials to ensure the project is being executed to standard.
It's a quantitative job that is done here, and of course, we are sure with 16 million liters of water, and expectedly at the end of it, when everything is done, we are expecting to have about 20 million liters, which is good and will serve the purpose of this project.
He also treks about 1,000 meters to inspect the pond where the water is collected and express satisfaction with the quality of work.
And I'm satisfied with the level of work I just saw. And, what matters is to have value for our money. And this 300 cubic meter per day water treatment plant will serve Bunigari and its environs. And of course, what we are trying to do is to link up all the communities here, because we know how difficult it is to get water here at Bunigari, Buniadi, and other villages. So this 300 cubic meters per day will serve the purpose.
The state government is passionate about this project, which it's confident will end over 100 years water shortage faced by the community and its environs.
And still to come on the program, there's more on infrastructural development, as this time in Bauchi State, the government is set to launch a mining trade market. We have details on what that is about coming your way after this time out. Join us again. Welcome back. The Bauchi State government is set to launch a mining trading market in an effort to eliminate the inefficiencies in the solid minerals sector. Recognizing the untapped potential of its abundant mineral resources and export capabilities, the government aims to enhance revenue generation, foster job creation, and mitigate environmental impact. The Commissioner for Natural Resources, Midawa Bello, revealed this to journalists, emphasizing the careful consideration of legal implications in the establishment of the mining trading market.
Recent investigation revealed that the Bauchi State is one of the major exporters of rare earth elements, which include the monazite, the tin and columbite, the iron ore, zircon sand, and many other. We equally observe with keen interest that despite the fact that Bauchi State is one of the major states that has these abundant earth resources, but the state is, on the other hand, is not benefiting from this kind of resources. We later sat together with my staff and suggest that the Bauchi State can partner with those that are producing this kind of resources. Most of these resources are being produced by our local miners. So we observed and suggested that the state government, through its special purpose vehicle, which is Bauchi Mining Synergy and Exploration Limited, can partner, can collaborate with these local producers of these art resources so as to establish an artisanal market in Bauchi State, an artisanal market where mining trading will be taking place. As of now, there is no place where mining trading is taking place here in Bauchi. We observe that most of these kind of resources, when are extracted by these local producers, are processed, are being transported to neighboring states, leaving out the Bauchi states with negative impact, ranges from insecurity, environmental degradation.
And now to education. The Federal University Kashere branch of the Association of Academic Staff Union of Universities, FG-ASUU, is calling on the federal government to save public universities by implementing key agreements reached over time and space. On the federal government for serially reneging on the implementation of the 2009 renegotiated agreement anchored on the International Labour Organization's Convention on Collective Bargaining, the FUK branch clarifies that ASUU is not a strike-happy union.
The federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, have often not seen eye to eye over a number of unmet demands, resulting in strikes, sometimes lasting for several months.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong.
The body of scholars is demanding for adequate funding of scholarly activities amid concerns over the future of public universities in Nigeria. The Federal University FG-ASUU branch is also lending its voice to demands that the federal government should keep its promises.
We are not happy to close the universities, but we are forced to do so. We are dealing with a government that don't listen, with a government that's amicably, that is supposed to sit down around the table and iron out issues. You can see it. It appears as a very simple thing. The last administration, we had a solid discussion with them, with the late Nime Briggs Committee. A draft agreement was come up between the two parties. But unfortunately, somehow due to some interest, that draft agreement could not come to reality.
While the contentious relationship between the federal government and ASUU lasts, academic staff narrate their ordeal.
What we are saying is this: the university belongs to government. Government, come and do what is needful for you to do. And you cannot have a system that the workers are not happy with. How can you, for God's sake, allow a salary scale of a university lecturer to remain stagnant for over 15 years? This is not obtainable anywhere in the world. We are not against students. What we are after is to have better package, better welfare for the university lecturers, whereby they can be happy and they can give their best. This is all we are saying.
We want the government to do the right thing. We equip our universities, make the learning environment convenient for both students and teachers so that we'll be able to compete with the happenings world over. That is all we ask of the government. Take care of our welfare. If we are happy, if we are well paid, if our enumerations are well taken care of, we'll be happy to do our jobs happily. Right now, some are sick, some cannot even feed. We also have children in the universities. We are not able to meet up with school fees too, because we are also parents. So it's not because ASUU is not happy going on strike. ASUU is not happy protesting. But we are also parents. We need to feed. We need to pay our children's school fees too. We are also parents. So we feel it just like parents who are not in the academics.
As ASUU branches in the country close ranks to pass a referendum on a range of options, the body says the consequences will be dire if the federal government fails to honor the letter and spirit of existing agreements.
And staying with the Northeast, we'll now take a look at education development in the region.
According to a report by UNICEF, A total of 28.5 million children are in need of emergency support for education, as thousands of classes have been destroyed by the Boko Haram terrorist activities, which began 13 years ago. In the thick of the humanitarian crisis, refugees have poured into Gombe State, being the most peaceful state in the region, raising the number of children in need for basic amenities, including schools. In Gombe State, the Noah Yahya government has built over 1,500 classrooms, and this intervention by the Northeast Development Commission is to complement the governor's massive educational reforms.
The purpose of this visit is to hand over site to the contractor. We have gone around. Already we know the state of how the school is, and that is why His Excellency sought for the intervention of Northeast Development Commission to come and intervene in this school. So that is why NEDC are coming into this, and we are collaborating with them. So we have handed over the site officially to them, and we have gone around. There is going to be total reconstruction and rehabilitation of this school. So it is not just going to be one classroom or two classrooms. No, it is going to be the whole school. It is going to be a whole school approach. That is what we do. We are renovating 8 classrooms, and we are reconstructing another 8, making 16.
The Commissioner for Education believes the intervention will help in reducing the number of out-of-school children.
When we went around, you saw that there are more girls in the classrooms than the boys.
Sure.
So, and this is a senior secondary school. Most out-of-school children are found in the junior secondary schools. And His Excellency has renovated or built new schools, over 1,500 across the state. These interventions are now focused at the senior secondary schools. We have almost finished with the mega colleges. So now we are going to look at the other 150 schools in Gombe State, and this is just the beginning.
For the Northeast Development Commission, this is another giant move towards rebuilding the insurgency-ravaged communities in the Northeast.
So this is part of the efforts of the Commission to see that enabling environment is being provided, first of all, as well as the teachers are being trained in terms of capacity building. Because you can't be constructing blocks and without even making sure that the teachers are well equipped with the updated knowledge, because we're in the 21st century. So hopefully Amadou Gombe will benefit this time around, as well as other schools in terms of interventions.
The coordinator emphasizes that education is an important priority.
The Northeast Development Commission has always made education to be a priority, because Managing Director Mohamed Goni Al-Ghali has always emphasized on, let's see how we can bring them back to school by providing this enabling environment. So we are lucky to have this project here in this school, and we have built so many schools, or let me say classrooms, across the state.
After inspecting the 3 schools in Amadou Gombe, Science Mega College Gombe, and Technical Secondary School Kumo as beneficiaries of the massive infrastructural overhaul in the first phase, the Northeast Development Commission will augment efforts of Gombe State government in revamping 150 secondary schools in the state.
Over 400,000 students in primary and post-primary schools in Adamawa State are to participate in the Schools Garden Initiative facilitated by the wife of the President, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, in collaboration with the Fresh Air Pro-Life Empowerment Foundation, an initiative of the wife of the Adamawa State Governor, Hamadu Fintiri. Speaking at the flag-off holding at the General Muritala Mohammed College, Yola, the wife of the Governor of Adamawa State, Mrs. Lami Hamadu Fintiri, represented by the State Commissioner for Education, says the effort by the State Commissioner to achieving food security in the country can only become a reality if the younger generation develop interest in agriculture and channel their energies into food production.
Hunger is worse than all the conflicts we will ever think about, because it is perhaps the generator of the real conflicts. So the first place to start is to ensure that you subdue hunger. And the best way to subdue hunger is to go back to farm. And the first place to start going back to farm is to prepare your young people for gardens. For us in Adamawa State, This program is laudable, timely, and it sits well with the direction of the Fresh Air government of Right Honorable Amadou Fintiri, who has just recently, about 2 months ago, set up a high-powered committee on food security.
And that's it on the program. Thank you for watching. We'll be back again next week with another round of editions covering another region of the country. I am Bukola Koka. Bye for now.